Greg Morris from Kingdom Housing Inspector.
Take it cover-wise, everything's alright?
Aye, sure, yeah.
Right, okay.
Right, if you just show us what the issues are,
Right, it's this. Right, when I moved in here 3 years ago, two boys came out to fix a tiny wee leak at the back of the pipe.
Right.
So I comes in to check on them to see if they were doing their work, and the two of them are sitting on my bath, and it says, aye, we've resorted your pipe, we put a new pipe on for you, so there'll be no more problems.
Right.
It was just a tiny little stain, and now your company has left me like this. Okay? And when I moved in here, me and my father we spent a mountain of money on carpets and vinyl for the whole house. So I don't know why I've been mistreated by you.
I don't know any job history myself.
You have to look into it, because this is appalling how I've been treated. I have no idea why. And there's damp stains up on the ceiling if you look up there. And I've had to move from my bedroom to my living room couch to sleep, as you'll see the dampness in there too. Why is it two of you came out?
What's that?
Why is two of you came out? I thought
There's always two of them. They're always doing two of them because of the situation and that.
the COVID, that's me like.
No, I suppose it's you. Well, I'm not really anyway.
Well, every time Kingdom comes to my house, they always come in twos, even to repair a bloody light switch. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing. So I want to know what's been said.
Well, I can suggest is you phone the office.
I did actually last year, and they gave me a bunch of gobbledygook. Says, oh, you'll have to phone your bloody police about that. I don't think I'm no bother.
If they get the toilet taken out and patched underneath it, patched under the
Aye, so I thought he lied to me then when he said that he put a new pipe on that back over the toilet for me.
Well, he probably has put something on.
Well,
It's
two
just
of them
maybe
were just sitting on the
it's
side of my bath. Two of them just were sitting on the side of my bath. I came in, and the two of them were sitting, talking to each other, having a laugh, and I feel like they weren't even doing their work.
How long ago was that?
About 3 years ago.
Years.
2.5, 3 years ago. And that's how they left me. You know, I've had other housing inspectors come up and have a look at this, and they've done nothing.
3 years is enough long time. Did you report the
Aye,
issue afterwards?
But I've spent 11 months in hospital, so I couldn't get back to Kingdom.
Right, okay.
So I just got out like a month ago, so I thought I would phone you guys up again, chase us up, get it all sorted out now. So I can't keep living like this. There's a brand new vinyl as well. This place is spotless in here. So I've came through to my living room. I was just in the toilet. Let's see what they do when I say I want compensated.
From the #1 selling Otex range with the widest choice of earwax treatments. Otex, be clear to hear.
Would I not get compensated for this?
Basically, Kingdom's policy is it's the tenant's responsibility for flooring. And the only thing you can do is, it wouldn't be a compensation claim, it would have to be a complaint you would have to put in. Because basically our kind of says to you, it's not going to be classed as a compensation claim, because they don't cover floor damage. It's the tenant's responsibility of flooring. So if you phone up and say I've got a complaint in regarding the floor and not getting it replaced, and then somebody else will look into it regarding it and see what happens. Is that way they'll say you've got looked at the history of this property, so it'll be whoever gets the complaint will have to look at the history and have to see where the repairs were done.
Right, okay. What's your name again, sir?
My name's Craig.
Right, I spoke on the phone the other night.
Yeah.
Thursday it was, on Friday.
Got to check that.
Sure you're in the living room now?
I'm just going to check the roof
Right, okay. Just come in.
I will do.
So I have to make a complaint. So I'll have to get an advocacy worker to do that. Here they come.
Like if somebody came out to have a wee look at the side bit of the canopy there, it's roughly looking at it, it's roughly kind of in line here. So it could come through and spread across. That'll find the same way, yeah. So we'll get somebody to go and have a look at the flashing basically of the canopy here, just to see what's going on there. And we'll also come in and have a look in the loft just to make sure everything's fine but inside as well. But we don't know when that'll be, because that's a contractor that does the roofing for us. So as soon as they get a chance, they'll get in touch with you and arrange a time you come do. We'll need to come in obviously because we'll need to go and put a sail loft there. So we'll need to go into the loft there. But they can check the other stuff outside anyway.
Well, the other thing is here, there's a ditch somewhere. We go find it. I think it's right there. So a ditch. That's been like that since I moved in. Roughly noticed it maybe about a year after I moved in. So last year it's getting worse.
If you get stuck, it's not a predictable environment.
So how do you ensure that 2 tons of highly engineered alloy steel remain as agile as a mountain goat and not as stiff as a rod?
It's just a matter of time before I fall through there.
Without a game-changing.
We will say, we'll get somebody to fix that, but you'll have to pull the carpet back.
And I have to do that.
We wouldn't do it.
That's my carpet back, I have to do it.
We'll lift it back, we can lift it back, but as I say, there's no part of the policy that they put it back down again.
How am I going to fit it? I'm not a carpet fitter.
I don't know, that's policy, we can speak to him, we can speak to our boss and see what he says. But whether he agrees or not, I don't know.
Because I don't understand that why they can't.
Yeah.
They can roll the carpet back, but they can't put it back together.
It's the
Why is that?
so
Can you give me a reason for that?
we only, it's so if there's any damage to the flooring. kind of maybe not responsible for it.
Less than a year.
That's when
For the crew in the back, still
the only time, I mean, we can get it to lift it back, but with the laminate flooring and that same kind of thing, we don't take responsibility. The only time we will actually lift it if it's an emergency is they just don't want to take responsibility of the flooring there. As it says, we can ask them and see what they say, and we can go for the error. And the bit with somewhere else, the living room,
come in. There's no dampness in here.
Your comforts.
Just a little
What
bit.
it makes up for in performance.
And you got
Now look at that little thing in there. This is a 2.2 cylinder, 60 horsepower engine. Now, it doesn't look a lot, it looks quite small in comparison to modern day engines. However, it's a cast iron block. This is super robust.
just want to support it.
And boys, 9 inches of ground clearance and impressive approach and departure angles. When it comes to obstacles, there's not much this off-roader can't handle.
When I talk about approach angle, this is how steep a bank you can approach, and you can then get traction on. If you imagine that my foot
And there's a broken TV in here, so it's funny, it wasn't me, because I was broken into it about a month ago, 2 months ago. So it's not me, right?
It's as well up there.
approach a bank.
Right, it's up there.
Quick, nimble, and seemingly indestructible, the Jeep became a battlefield hero, capable of every job.
It's just
From
difficult to
weapons
see, but
carrier
they're coming out to
from
check
line
the
fences.
roof anyway, so they want to get to check the whole front of that, you know, to check there's no issue that way. But aye, we check that and make sure, and then that would be the case for that. Right. That's fine. Yep.
Right, now through to my bedroom. This is where it do the bad. I've had to come through to my living room to sleep now, because it's getting on my nerves, all this. See all down there, right along the bottom, and it goes in behind there, up there, and along up to the right. It's a dampness, aye.
It's not coming up with much, to be fair.
It's right along it. Goes right along to the edge here.
What's on the side of that? Is that?
That's not
There's a house, there's a house next door, right through the wall. This is a bedroom right through the wall, like that.
Obviously, when you've been away from the property, I take it wasn't getting heated the property as well, eh?
I was already like this
Yeah.
about a year after I moved into the premises, and that was
Right.
about 2 years ago. And I've been away for the last 11 months. I just got back like about a month ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, I can't remember.
See, I'm not as convinced that's anything to do with the roof or anything like that. But, obviously, we're getting the roof all checked, so that would clear up any issues that way.
Because I've actually, the last 2-3 nights I've been sleeping on my couch, due to this dampness, because you see when I'm trying to sleep I could like smell it a wee bit.
Right. See, that's nothing. If that was a leak from the roof, that'd be a lot higher than that.
So what is it then?
Condensation.
That's what this actually does is it determines how wet something is. So that if I put it on the wall, just put it on normal, it's gone green. Up there it was gone kind of amber, right? Do that with your finger, just right finger, and just put your finger across the two of them. So it goes red, and your finger's dry, yeah. And that detects how much moisture's there. And when that's going in, it's not really detecting moisture. It's mere condensation. It could be a cold spot in the loft. So when they're checking the loft, they'll check for the insulation in the loft, making sure it's right to the eaves.
Well, they won't be able to walk about well because they actually have to crawl about like that. There's no headroom for them at all.
They'll need to sort that themselves
Right,
and
okay.
figure out how to get in there.
Right, okay.
Even if it means they can't see if there's any there, getting a stick to push insulation out there. So they will get done. But normally when something like that happens, it indicates there's a cold spot because you ever have the condensation leaf for it?
No.
No. We'll get one sent out to you. It's interesting reading the amount of condensation.
Can't you get a painter out to paint the ceiling for me?
Aye, but once we get that sorted, he'll stain block it. They'll not paint it, but they'll stain block that area.
Right, well, when can you get them out? Because I'm fed up sleeping on the couch. It's not comfy at all.
The new way, there's a lot of people off and out, so I don't really know because we're not in charge of the guys. We just put the job through to them. We'd have to actually see their diary to see how quick we can get them.
Okay.
But you're probably looking at least next week, at least before somebody can get out to stain block it. We'll stain block all the mould. We'll do all the mould, wash it down and do the stain block on it, and we'll get the condensation leaflet sent out to you. That's good reading. It's very informative. It lets you know. I mean, I never believed it either, but
I believe in dampness.
a person, like grown adult, can produce 1.6 litres of moisture, water, per day. And what happens is, obviously, if it's warm and you've got a cold spot, the warm just attracts to it and it just goes to water straight away. And it's got to be wiped down, but it can form mould. So this is what they'll do. They'll come out, they'll stain block it, treat the mould, and that should be it. But you maybe end up having to get a couple of things.
Spot there, if you look at that. I just noticed that this morning, that one.
Aye. We maybe find that they maybe need to do it a couple of times with the stain block just to kind of cover it up.
So it feels hard, but it's a strange position for it to be.
Exactly, I know that. That's what I thought too.
I'm going to get my leather. I'll check the leather.
You might not get in. That's at the joist. That's at the joist anyway.
No, you can hear it. It's deeper, right?
Aye, my joist is here. So it's the Stafford joist. We'll get them into the loft anyway, make sure that the insulations, some of them need to get topped up as well, so they'll have a wee check to see what the thickness is there, and we can top it up to the regulations, the insulation.
Insulation, right.
You can top that up to, well, I can't remember what it is in there, I think it's either 200 or 250 for the thickness of the insulation, so if it's not at that, then they'll top it up. They'll need to come back and
I was up there about 2 years ago in Matic, and it is loaded with insulin. There's insulin all over the place.
Right. Right, well, they'll check it anyway.
But I can't get into the corners to see if I put it into the corners or not, because that's like a tight spot there. If you'll see yourself how tight it is up there.
They'll get into it. They'll put a torch down on it, see where it's there, and then move it in.
And what company's coming out?
For the roof.
The roof, yeah.
It'll probably be Fourth Roofing.
Fourth roofing.
Yeah, it'll be them, and it'll be the internal guys that come out. You maybe find that the two of them are going to be here at the same time as well, but that'll be one to put the ladder on. That's the person to do the ceiling.
That's right.
So, but it says, I don't know how long it's going to be before we get them out. Try and get them out as quick as we can for that. But it's just whatever they've got in their diaries at the time, alright?
Right, man.
What's the story with smoke? Was it a smoke alarm?
Aye, when I moved in here, I took them down because I've still got them in my cupboard, they still fit. But every time I cooked, and I mean every single time I cooked, even with the window open, it went off instantly. But I've still got them in my cupboard. That one in up there just could get easily fitted.
Really important.
We actually need to get them fitted back up again.
Right, okay.
We've had a few instances where, obviously through any fault with your own type thing, tenants' fault, it's been caused, there's been a couple of fires and because they've been smoking.
Another thing up here as well is this. I've had to put duct tape around it.
Right, conveyor event.
Okay.
Right, I'll tell you a little story here. A boy came out, and it was a viral vent. I remember them clear as day. Now, they've given me the runaround about 20 times, right? Just had me going in circles. Boy came out, and this was about 2.5 years ago. He went into the attic. He had a look about the attic and says, I'm needing a new component for the fan. So he went to his van, he made a phone call, went in his van, disappeared. I've never seen him again.
Right, we'll get them back out again to get that, because what that does is that helps combat all the moisture in the air and all that, and
I figured that.
condensation, so that's
Well, that's why I put duct tape around it, because I was getting some cold breeze out of it. It's unbelievable.
So there is, within these units, there's a heating, slight heating element in it, so
what it does
I can
is-
only assume that that's maybe what's the issue is, that that's gone, and that's why you're getting the...
Yeah,
it could be the
what it
cold
does
area.
is it draws the air in to try and level the temperature out. And if it's colder outside, then obviously it goes through the wee heater, and the heater kind of comes in and it heats the air up a wee bit as it comes in.
Right.
So that's an essential thing. That does deal with a lot of
I don't
condensation.
know what all this brown stuff is that's gathering up here. Don't know what that is.
Can you answer that, to be honest? I don't think it's anything to do with the actual fan itself, because it's on the outside of the case.
They'll come out and they'll do a service on it anyway.
Right, okay.
Well, that means cleaning that or not, I don't know. I think it's more just to do with the filters.
I'll let
inside
Clifford
and
take that off, I think.
Aye.
I don't have no idea what it is.
It's really important. That's a great little thing, and it's really important that we get that functional, because it's a thing that's been fitted after the build, there's new systems out now that are fitted at build in some properties, but with this one it has to be up and functional. Say, covering it, I can understand why you've done it, but at the same time it's still really important that that's allowed to do its work. So we'll get service done on that.
Again, they'll make their own contacts. It's a private contractor. They'll make their own contact.
And that'll, again, they're really busy, so that'll not be overnight or anything like that. So, as I say, they'll get to it when they can. It's a specialist company. We're tied by that. There's nothing we can do. We put it out to them and ask them to get in contact with you and get the work put in, okay?
I'm sorry that I missed you last time when you
No, that's alright, it's no problem.
I was at last minute, I was at a pal's and I just remembered that you were coming at 1.
Yeah, it's alright. Let's see, as Rab says, the actual mould within the bedroom, etc., will not decorate the whole room. It'll just be a case of treating the mould and then stain blocking affected areas. And it's up to you after
That's
that
fine.
to paint after that. Okay.
But we'll try and get everything sorted as quick as we can.
Thank you.
Alright. And this bit here. Just be careful when you're walking here until the smoke there.
I think even if it went, I think your carpet will save you, if you know what I mean. But it's
The chances are, I think there's a floating floor, I think it's in these. So it's only like that underneath it. There's a concrete slab. I think. Don't hold me to that. So no, we'll get that sorted. This should have been fixed long ago.
That's it. So you'll involve your toilet coming out, patch the floor down. See a job issued to the contractor as well. We just asked them to check over the whole roof. It's like, I'd hazard a guess that there's possibly a roof issue here, but I'm not convinced there's anything back there. That's maybe just conditions in the house, especially with that not working as well, So, we'll
get it
have a look.
sorted. Alright.
Thanks, boys.
No worries. Cheers. Bye.